Police there are investigating a deadly officer-involved shooting.
It happened on 35th Street at the oceanfront after 1:30 this morning. 13 News Now reporter Megan Shinn has been following the story all morning long for us. Megan.
Dan, Christina, we just learned officers say a Good Samaritan who saw a woman being attacked before the shooting tried to intervene. Police officers say this witness had a long gun but didn't shoot it. Still, we are waiting for police to tell us the name of the suspect in the shooting that left many in Virginia Beach on edge.
I feel like we're still living in a barbaric world.
It's a feeling that's tough to shake.
Like I don't feel protected, I don't feel safe.
This morning, people living in the Mayflower apartments along the oceanfront woke up to gunshots. Rachel Hamlet says she walked downstairs to see where the sound came from, and she found a crime scene.
And it's blood all over our building right now. I have to take my children to school in the morning. They're going to see all this blood.
Before the blood, Virginia Beach police officers say they got a call about a fight after 1:30 this morning. Witnesses say a man attacked a woman inside the Mayflower apartments. That's when witnesses flagged down police and told them the man had a gun. Police say the suspect ran across Pacific Avenue towards 35th Street. Master Police Officer Linda Kewen says officers told the man to drop the gun, but he refused and pointed it at police. Kewen says one police officer then shot the suspect, killing him.
This is a very dynamic scene, a lot going on.
Even though police can't confirm many details, Hamlet is stunned by what she says the suspect did.
I mean, how is it that a gentleman is able to walk in a building, get in her apartment, beat her with a crowbar, walk out with a gun?
After hours of investigating the crime scene, the road cleared up, and other neighbors tried to find a sense of calm.
We thought, wow, this is pretty close to home.
It was especially close to home for Hamlet, who claims she knows the now hospitalized woman as her neighbor.
It's unacceptable to the highest extent.
In the past half hour, we also learned police say the woman's injuries are non-life threatening. The officers were not wearing body cameras at the time as well because cameras have not been issued to 2nd Precinct officers. Virginia Beach Internal Affairs, Homicide Unit, and the Office of the Commonwealth's Attorney are investigating this case. As for the officer involved in the shooting, he is now on administrative duty. Megan Shinn, 13 News Now.